If we get any action, okay? See who's all's on. I feel like there's never been a better day to come on and talk street beefs. And I just know there's some people out there that have questions. So I'm going to answer them. Waiting on comments, man. Moon Maniac, what's up, bro? Martin Bone, what's good? Ah, damn, they coming in quick, y'all. What's up, everybody? How's everybody? I wanted to shout everybody's name out, but man, a bunch of y'all bursting on very quick. So much love to the y'all. I'm gonna tell you, for real, y'all the best fan base on planet Earth. I mean that. I go on a lot of YouTube channels and read the comments and interactions, and ain't nobody better than the Street Beefs people. That's real talk. So I'm here to answer questions about our scoring, first of all. That's my big thing, and I want to talk about our scoring, okay? I want to, and somebody said focus on the road. I actually am getting ready to park here in 2 seconds. I want to talk about our scoring. So I'm going to say a few things real quick, and then I'm going to answer about 20 questions from y'all. So, you know, I had made comments, and I want to be clear. It was always in regards to boxing matches before. All right. Damage is king in street beefs. Now that's still true with MMA as well, as far as we want to see damage and who gets damaged the most counts. But in MMA, we got to count grappling. I've said I'm not a big fan of grappling, but I respect it. And if you don't, a grappler will kick that ass. You know, that wrestling and jiu-jitsu, it's real. So you got to count time in control in a dominant position. Or in a, you know, even if you don't get the finish, if you're in a good position, that does count for something. I want to hear from y'all, though. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I want to hear questions mainly, because that's the best thing to do with a live is answer questions for those that want to hear it. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to scroll down and start answering questions. Daniel said, what inspired me to start Street Beefs? So brother, it was people in my neighborhood that I love getting killed. And I started this, man, it was not, you know, what it is now. It was not, you know, a lot of sporting fights. Pretty much everybody was from the neighborhood and they had beefs with each other. We only back then would have like 3 fights a month, you know. But then it became a lot of people just wanting to come and get their frustration out and be a part of something. So it grew to what it is today. Moo Maniac said, can we talk about the intentional sucker punch by Tyson? I know you said heat of the battle, but I still don't think it was acceptable. So there's some confusion there. Some people thought that Iraqi's punches were after the bell. I've went back and watched it several times, and I think that they were right at the bell. But I think that Tyson may have thought that he was hit after the bell. And look, I'm with you. It's unacceptable, Moo Maniac. Tyson, you know, he's that's one thing about him. He's got a temper. He's explosive, but that's why he's compelling, and a lot of people want to watch him as well. So I don't feel it's going to be an ongoing problem. He knows it's not something we're going to accept again. So trust me when I say we're not going to allow it anymore. Stand Up Rivera said draw, no dominant winner. I'm with you. I agree 1,000,000%. Eric Rosenquist said, Scarface, are you going to have more different fight matches and street beefs? I'm not sure if I understand the question, but I'm assuming you mean like different styles of fights. That's always our goal. We want different styles of fights, from MMA to jiu-jitsu to kickboxing, etc. D33P6 said, do the refs count takedowns? So I want to be clear, y'all. The refs, none of our officials judge these fights, all right? Mainly because that would make it illegal. Instead, the crowd judges it. And, you know, I believe our crowd is pretty knowledgeable because our crowd is filled with other fighters. And when I polled the crowd, a lot of them were talking about takedowns, time control, etc. So, yeah, I believe they do. They count it, yes. Somke said, when inactivity is present, you got to look at control. Yep, I agree, 100%. Thomas Hopper said, who's your favorite fighter? I'm big into boxing. I guess you're asking for Street Beefs. My favorite boxer in Street Beefs was Venom Black. Hated to see that man retire. That's my dude. Love his style, love his attitude, everything. Hey, Charlie Sager, love y'all too, brother. I appreciate you. Nick Evans said, Italian should have been DQ'd with the cheap shot attempt. Why didn't y'all? You know, brother, look, I just think that Tyson is somebody, and I know that some of y'all may not respect this, but Street Beefs is here to try to give people a good path, something good to be a part of, a place to stay out of trouble. And if we feel somebody's hot-headed and out of control, then shouldn't we even more try to bring them in, to keep them close to us, to keep them out of trouble? That's my goal with Street Beefs. I think Tyson is still a young man and he's learning, and I want to try to give him a chance. Let's see. Command Comedy said, how do you spar with somebody at Street Beefs? Brother, it depends on who you want to spar with. If you want to spar with any of our main guys, we spar at Neutral Corner Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's in Stanton, Virginia. Everybody is welcome, man. You don't got to pay a drop-in fee. Griffin Clipson said, have I considered getting actual judges that score MMA on strikes and takedowns? So, brother, unfortunately, it would make it illegal for us to hire judges. We're an unsanctioned org. We're unofficial. So, unfortunately, we can't go hire actual judges. Carnivorous Vegan said, how much legal trouble you got into from Street Beefs? None. I've been paid a visit or two from the commission, basically saying, hey, you can't do this or you can't do that, but I've never gotten in trouble. Let's see. Rigoni Adventures. The ref should have a say in the judging. Also, maybe have a 3-fall count only if they have knockdowns, not slips. I definitely take my ref's opinion into consideration 100%. The ref's opinion matters to me because he's right there with me watching the action. Let's see. Want to get a couple more. Harden to Fight. What's up, brother? Love y'all, man. Appreciate all the work you do with Street Beefs. Let's see. Jesus Manizas said, I want to go off cleanliness of contact where they don't use full power hits until the last round. That's fair. My counter to that is there's only 3 2-minute rounds, so it's not as much time as a sanctioned anything, sanctioned boxing or sanctioned MMA. So we encourage our guys to throw with as much bad intentions as they can. Keep in mind that we always said we want Street Beefs to be a street fight with gloves, you know. Now, of course, it's not completely a street fight because we have refs and rules, but still, you get my point. I'm going to answer this last question on Tyson because I don't want this to be a flaming section of Italian Tyson. Brandon Sponagle said, are you still going to continue to work with Tyson after his continued dramatics? Listen, we spoke with Tyson. I want to be clear, the dramatics was more so a guy that was in his corner. Tyson did say he felt he won. I don't fault a fighter for saying they feel they win, as long as they're not being obnoxious about it. I know that people are talking about the hit after the bell. I'll say this again. I believe Street Beef's place is to guide and be a place for people that need guidance. And I feel like, that's perfect for Tyson. I feel like we need to be here and try to guide him along, and that's what I'm going to try to do. Of course, we're not just going to put up with anything, though. So let's see. Edward Carrillo said, do you think that putting 3 side judges to judge the fight could cause more problems than it solves? Absolutely. I just think letting the crowd, the crowd as a whole, say, yo, this is who we think won on the eyeball test, I think that's the safest way to do it. Griffith Clipson had the best comment of the day, in my opinion. It was close. That's the simplest way to put it. It was close. Coolest Migo in the world said Assassin had controlled that last round, so that gives him 2-1. I can see that point of view. Adam Weber said Iraqi did a cheap shot for sure. I see why people think that. I think he did get it in right before the bell, though. I watched it several times. It was close. Let's see. Guys, I got time for like 3 more questions. Tua is trash. Hey, man, I disagree. Are you talking about David Tua? That's my dude. Tua is trash said Alan Holman in Prison Stories with Domi wants to fight on Street Beefs. They said you haven't contacted them back. Can you find out how they contacted us? Because Facebook is our main medium, and then Instagram. We'd definitely be glad to have them on. Let's see. Let me get 2 more, guys. Carnivorous Vegan said, anyone ever gets seriously injured from Street Beefs? Depends on your definition of seriously injured. My answer is no. Because it's all been basic fight injuries, a broken hand. We've had a broken jaw. We've had a tooth knocked out, a cut over the eye. But we've never had anybody receive life-altering injuries as a result of Street Beefs. And that's in 14 years. Let me see. Jordan M. said, when you bringing a show to Portland, there's a lot of people dying out here over dumb feuds. So I try to leave that area to Scrapyard, because they're up in Washington State and Oregon. But someday soon I may have Esteban do a small show out there in Portland. Sounds like they need the help. Lucy, I don't know why I can't fight. You should come teach me, Pumpkin. I'm at the gym tomorrow, actually. Come teach me how, sweet cheeks. Let me get this last question. So, let's see. Zaytoven said, did you see my fight versus Stone, and how did you score it? My brother, I apologize. I did not see it, but I'll make you a deal. I will go watch it today, and I'll break it down on my next live. You got my word on that. One more. 3 knockdowns, not slips in boxing, should be an immediate win for opponents. I love what you do for your communities. I like that. I think that's a pretty good take. Hard in the Fight said Street Beefs is about second chances. Exactly. Sometimes it's about 3rd and 4th. I really feel like sometimes we got to be there for people to, who need a brotherhood and guidance. Grown Legit said, imagine the crap you would have got for giving a win to someone after getting it for a draw. Whoever lost would have been feeling some type of way. Facts. Yeah, facts. Final question, this is a good one. Alex Velasquez said, will there be a Tyson versus Assassin 2? September, our next event. First Saturday of September, they rematch. So I think all questions will be answered then, y'all. So that's it, y'all. I just want to say again, you guys are the best in the business. I love y'all. Nobody supports us better than y'all. We got a tough group too, guys in the world. Thanks for the support. Join our Facebook group. Shout out to Delta Munchies. Go check them out on Instagram. We love y'all, man. Peace.